What you're about to see here tonight will be motorsports history in the making. For the first time ever, 200 of the best demolition derby drivers from across the country and Canada will meet to compete for the Dent National Championship title. To qualify for this evening's event, each and every driver you'll see tonight had to win at least one demolition derby in 1997 or 1998, which makes tonight's event a true best of the best championship competition. So hang on to your hats because this is going to be one exciting demolition derby. Tonight's event will consist of 6 heats and the final feature. Heats will be held on each of the tracks you see below you, so you'll enjoy non-stop competition and continuous action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And right away, everybody heading backwards. Oh, look out at the center of the rink. Everybody slipping and sliding, getting back and forth into each other's bumpers. Dan DeVroy getting pushed around by the number 102 of Ron Hodges. Oh, the 131 hitting real hard over in the corner. Richard Robinson with a solid hit. Action all over the track. 129 real hard into the side. That's Jason Klein. Klein now gets right into the back bumper of the 130 of Ron McClung as the drivers really giving it their all. Mayhem all over the racetrack. The 108 slipping and sliding through the turn. Warren Mitchell behind the wheel. Root for your favorite drivers. They continue to hit hard in the center of the ring. Now the 116 of Dan DeVroy sets his sights. He's going to get it lined up and look for a victim. He's heading for the 102. He gets a little shot in. Here comes the 104. Oh, and on the brakes at the last moment. The 103 of Eric Cronitzer starting to get tore up a little bit already. Red flag, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the cars. Red flag. We'll stop them right here. We've got a red flag on the track. We need to stop the cars, gentlemen. And here we go. Green flag is out. Everybody back to crunching and smashing and banging. Oh, and the 101 of Ron Hodges giving a good shot over there in the corner. Slipping and sliding all over the racetrack. Back and forth, everybody getting into everybody's door, fender, and whatever they can tear off the cars. Keep your eye on your favorites as they're going at it down there in the infield. Hot and heavy early on in heat number 1. Just about every car still in the event as they are really bumping and banging. The 127 car giving a good shot. That's Richard Kircher. Now the 111 slides into Dan DeVroy. DeVroy getting sideswiped by Bernard Bayshore. Oh, the 104 gets into the wall and right into somebody else. Watch your favorite drivers as they continue to crunch and bang on the inner courts here on the racetrack number 1 as they go at it hot and heavy. The 124 lining up a victim. Helen Arnett, our female driver in that 124. Oh, she gets hit in the front. That could be dangerous. We'll keep our eyes on the 124 as she continues to go at it. Everything's still working on that automobile. Flat tires, dented fenders all over the racetrack, but everybody continuing to go at it hard. Some of the cars starting to be eliminated. DeVroy spins around the number 130 of Ron McClung. Watch the 116 as he's laid a couple of solid hits out there. Here comes the 101. Good shot that time by Ron Hodges. And the 109 coming in and giving a good hard crunch. Jared Vanderbilt with a solid smash as he's now wedged in the infield. Action all over the racetrack as these drivers are going for the $10,000 prize later on this evening. Who's it going to be? The 6 finalists to come down to 4. Keep your eye on your favorites as most of the cars still out there bumping and banging. Helen Arnett lays a solid shot on the number 107 of Jim the Animal Parker. The 118 car continuing to stay underway. That's Richard Gomad as he's really working it hard. The 130 of Ron McClung with a right rear flap, but he continues to pour it on. Fluid leaking out of the radiator, and that car's down on its luck. DeVroy with another shot as the 116 continues to stay in the event. 132 car driven by William Albanus still in the event, and oh, a solid shot. The 108 car with a hard hit Warren Mitchell. And he might be in trouble as he's got a lot of smoke coming out of that automobile. Watch the 116 as DeVroy is going to get hit two ways. Oh, look out in the corner. They sandwich the 116 car as the 123 of Gary Tennyson getting a lick in. Still a lot of action all over the racetrack as cars bumping and banging out there. Cheer for your favorites as they continue to go at it. A lot of smoke and a lot of damage to these cars, but they continue on. Who is going to be your finalist? We won't know for a while as they continue to run hard. Trouble in the corner. Helen Arnett getting tagged real solid over in turn number 1. Now the 110 car setting up for a smash. Ron Boyd Jr. He's got it, sight sets, and he's going after somebody. Oh, a crunch right in the middle. Sandwich on the number 134 car. The 131 still in competition. Richard Robinson looking for another victim. The 104 continuing to make hits. Tom Merrill, solid banging going on by him. You got to watch our officials as they have to dance out of the way of some of these cars as they're really going at it hot and heavy. And this is only heat number 1. A lot of cars still laying the hicks down there as they continue to go at it. Now the 109 car setting up for another one. Jarrett Vanderbilt taking a look, looking for a victim as he gets tagged by the number 106 of Jeff Lemmers. Lots of action in the center of the ring right now as these cars continue to do damage to each other beyond repair. And the 110 gets another piece of the 123 of Gary Tennyson. Ron Boyd Jr. in the 110 looking for a victim. He sees the 105. He can't get to him, so he'll go for 127 and lay a lick on the 127 of Richard Kirscher. 112 of Jim Trollard still in the event. The orange car still laying hits down, and another solid hit that time by Douglas Snyder in 105. The 100 car of John Gayhart still doing damage out there as Helen Arnett in 124 still in the event. Well, it looks like Dan DeVroy has lost the tire off the right rear, but he continues on as that 116 car down to 3 wheels. A lot of action down in the infield. Pick your favorites as this one's far from over. Everybody continuing to lay the hits down. And we're going to go red flag. We've got another axle in the center of the racetrack. Red flag is out. Slow him down, gentlemen. Bring him to a stop. Red flag is out. Red flag, gentlemen, red flag. He's out of the car. How about a nice hand as he had a hot ride down there in the number 108. And there they go. They beat the count. Everybody back into it. Well, the smoke's starting to fill the arena now as these cars really taking a licking down there. The 117 car wedged in between a few others. That's Randy George, not able to continue. But the 133 continuing to lay down the licks. Scott Zisselman putting down another shot. Also the 106 still in competition. That's Jeff Lemmers. And oh, the 101 car ready to give another hit. Ron Hodges, he's going to get it by the 100 of John Gayhart. And they are locked together. But the 133, being the sportsman that he is, Scott Zisselman separates the two so they can go back at it as he lays a hit on the number 127 of Richard Kirscher. Oh, look out over in the corner. The 106 car of Jeff Lemmers putting a solid hit on the 112 of Jim Hollywood Trollard. We got about a dozen cars still in the event putting down the hits. Once again, John Gayhart in the 100, laying down a good solid shot there in the infield. And the 101 of Ron Hodges, a little bit shorter than what he started out. He's going to put down a hit. Let's see who he goes after. Sets it up. Hodges in reverse, and he's going to take off for John Gayhart once again. Oh, he clips him in the right front and gets a piece of the 112, Jim Hollywood Trollard. 2 for the price of 1 that time for Ron Hodges. A little bit of backfire coming out of a couple of these cars as we're starting to get down to the cream of the crop now. Pick your favorites as we're getting close to the end of heat race number 1, and we still got a couple of hard chargers out there. The 106 car, Jeff Lemmers, another solid hit. Helen Arnett in the number 124, still in competition. The 100 of John Gayhart spinning around, pushing 106 around the racetrack, Jeff Lemmers. Now Lemmers can return the favor as he sets his sights and lines somebody up. Lots of damage to some of these cars, and they continue to go on. The 127 car still in competition, Richard Kirscher, and he lays another hit on the 106 of Jeff Lemmers. Way over in the corner, the 127 of Richard Kirscher, about ready to lay another one down, but he gets tagged by the 118 car of Richard Gomat. The 103 car of Eric Croniser is really banged up, and it continues to run as he's hooked on the back bumper. Helen Arnett still in competition in 124 as her car really banged up. Solid shot that time by the 106 of Jeff Lemmers as he continues to do damage out on the racetrack. He may be in trouble now as they go for a double hit. They've got him pinned. The 100 car of John Gayhart still connected, trying to break free, and oh, look out, the 112 car getting hit hard over the corner, Jim Hollywood Trollard. The 127 car continuing to do damage. Richard Kirscher looking for more victims. Here comes the 101. He's going to take a shot over there, Ron Hodges. One more time into the side of Jim Trollard. 121 car still in competition. That's Douglas Pulsfuss. And 128 breaks free, and oh, what a shot that time. Stephen Thompson with a big hit on the 133 car of Scott Zizelman. Stephen Thompson has come to life in 128, and he's back into it. Oh, and Gayhart with a solid shot on Ron Hodges in the corner, pushing him against the barrier. Now Hodges is wedged in between 2 cars. The 132 car in competition, William Albanis, and they all head over towards the wall. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the 4 finalists to go to tonight's big feature event? We'll find out soon as they continue to do damage right there in the center of the racetrack. The 101 of Ron Hodges finally breaks free, and now he's going to get his sights set back on 133 of Scott Zizelman. Here they go. Solid shot to the back bumper. Red flag is out. Red flag is out, gentlemen, and I do believe that is it. We have 6 finalists. How about a nice hand for this first group in heat number 1? Three, 2, 1, go! Green flag is out, and we are underway, and oh, look at the 212, solid hit right away. The number 212 of Mike Edgerton with a hard hit on the 225 of Tony Alford. Alford back underway as we crunch and bang all over the racetrack.
Beautiful machinery getting tore up right before your very eyes. On the 216 puts a big lick on the 220 car.
Ralph Legis taking a solid hit from the 216 car of Daniel Gray. And look out all over the racetrack. Bumpers are flying, and a solid hit that time by the 231 car. Rod Summers laying the licks. Here comes the M&M Special, the 215 car of Michael Puckrin laying down a hit. He gets tagged by Derek Mitchell in 211, and we got a couple locked up. On the 230, just got sandwiched between a bunch of cars. Stephen Moss, and he breaks free and sets his sights on another victim. It's going to be the 269 of Hildebrand.
A solid shot in the rear quarter. Heavy damage over in the corner to the number 221 of Dennis Wilson. The left rear already caved in. Oh, look out, the 210 car of George Bucknam just laying a solid hit down.
The 218 car of Killer Joe Schmidt, hot and heavy in the action. Schmidt looking for a victim, and he's got a solid hit on the number 217 of Randy Messersmith. Now Moss in the 230 puts a lick on Puckrin as they continue to go at it over in the corner. Spinning, slamming, and banging down in the infield, and we got a car losing the tire right here in the front. Bumpers, tires, all kinds of parts on the racetrack, and they continue to go at it. Now the
211 car of Derek Mitchell lining up a victim. Who's it going to be? The 225 gets creamed. That's
Tony Alford. Look at these guys go at it hot and heavy right here on the racetrack. Slamming and banging everywhere you look, and a lot of cars still in competition. And we go to red flag, gentlemen. Slow them down, please. Red flag is out as we have a dangerous situation on the racetrack. Red flag on the brakes, gentlemen. Red means stop. It didn't take long, and these guys are going at it hot and heavy. Oh, a solid lick. The 223 of Bob Askey laying down a hard shot. Action all over the racetrack as everybody knocking off
fenders, knocking off doors, knocking off bumpers.
And a big hit that time as the 203 of Clint Bowers gets a good lick. It looks like rush hour in downtown anywhere USA right now as everybody trying to get a parking spot. Big time hits going on in the infield. The 218 car
looks like a compact now. That's Killer Joe Schmidt. He's out of Rockford, Illinois.
And he's really getting pounded out there. Spinning sideways through the infield. Big hard hit that time by Ralph Legis as he put on a solid shot over in the corner. And he gets paid right back by Brad Gilbert. What a shot that time by Tony Alford in 225. He's got the car up off the ground, 3 wheels. Solid shot again by the 225 of Tony Alford as he continues to hit hard. Well, these cars going at it hot and heavy as we got an axle laying loose out there. They continue to drive around it, over it, and through it as, a solid shot on the 210 car of George Bucknam. Car parts all over the racetrack, enough to build a brand new demo derby car when this one's over as they really do some pounding. The 220 car just laid a heavy lick. Ralph Legis with another good solid shot. Oh, and a big hit in the infield as Brad Gilbert puts a solid shot on the 269 of Jim Hildebrand, and both cars are still in competition. Bumping and banging all over the
racetrack as they put
on the hit. The 269 of Jim Hildebrand spinning around looking for a victim. Who's it going to be? It looks like the 210 car, and Bucknam takes a shot along the side. Well, we got a little bit of backfire going on in the infield. We'll see if that goes out or we'll have to go to the red flag. It looks like it may just be a little bit of carburation coming out, and we're going to continue under green. Lots of action all over the racetrack as the 201 really mangled. Jeremy Bean crunched down to a compact from a full-size car. We've still got a lot of cars in competition as the radiator goes on Brad Gilbert's automobile. He'll be running on air here before long as that car throwing the smoke out of the hood. The 225 still working hard. Tony Alford, he's going to lay on another hit, and a good one, too, for the price of one that time, as he caught Clint Bowers in the door and then got the 220 car, driven by Ralph Legis. Smashing and banging everywhere you look as these guys continue to put down the licks, trying to knock each other out to advance to tonight's big feature event. And it looks like we have a red flag on the front stretch here. Red flag is out. Gentlemen, we need to slow them down, put on the brakes. Red
flag is out. Oh boy, we got problems over
here in the front as everything let go. Here we go. We're going to count down from 3. Flagman, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! We're back underway once again. Oh, the 212 just laid down a solid shot. Mike Edgerton with a hard hit down in the infield, and he continues to stay underway. That 205 car not showing any signs of wear yet. Mark Dwayne really going at it hard. Oh, and Brad Gilbert head-on collision with the 223 car of Bob Askey. Not a strategic move. Solid banging going on down in the infield as everybody's still working hard towards that $10,000 prize. The 223 car of Bob Askey looking for a victim. He strategically moves around.
And it's going to be
the 208 car, and he paid the price that time. Jeff Henry put a solid lick on the 223 of Bob Askey, and that car smoking heavily. 211 car continuing to work hard out there. That's Derek Mitchell. The 269 car of Jim Hildebrand still working hard out there as the 209 gets sandwiched that time. That's Douglas England really getting hit hard. The 203 car losing a tire. Clint Bowers continuing to go at it. 211 laying down another lick. That's Derek Mitchell behind the wheel.
Action all over the racetrack. Oh, solid shot that time.
For the 202 of Andy Crocker as he continues to stay under power. Jimmy Hildebrand still running out there solid, and he's starting to show signs of smoke. Smoke, fire, and car parts everywhere you look as they continue to do damage. Hildebrand again laying another solid shot on the number 230 of Stephen Moss. The 219 car of Bob Johnson continuing to do damage out there as he lays a hit on Hildebrand. Time winding down in the event, but they are still going at it hot and heavy, and who's going to be your finalist? We'll find out here shortly as they continue to hit each other hard. 209 car putting down another lick now. That's Douglas England with a solid shot over in the corner. The 232 of Terry Fannin staying under power
as he works his way through the group. Oh, a
big shot that time by the 219 of Bob Johnson as he laid down a solid hit. Backfire coming out of the race car carburetors as they continue to go at it hot and heavy.
203 car of Clint Bowers stuck up against the concrete retaining barrier.
Oh, and that time the 219 of Johnson took a solid shot in the rear quarter. The 200 car staying under power. Matt Studley still in the event, working hard out there in the infield. 230 car Stephen Moss still has power, but not much as he's sitting in trouble here in the front stretch. Wedged against a couple of cars, and 219 with another hit. Bob Johnson with a solid shot. Well, big exhaust fire going on over in the 223 car of Bob Askey, but we stay under the green so far. He's trying to get that car started, and it's not working as it backfires. We're staying connected right in the infield. The 204 car breaks loose. Dennis Clemens Jr. with another solid shot. The 269 of Hildebrand still working hard, lays a lick down, and now the 228 car comes to life. Aaron Bunce. Oh, and there's a solid shot that time by the 226 of Carl Bray as he lays a lick. Look out, the 211 car that time laying down a solid shot, Derek Mitchell. Mitchell goes back for another victim. Another solid hit over on the 226 car driven by Carl Bray. Still a lot of action in the infield as these guys vying for a chance for that big cash prize this evening. 211 underpowered Derek Mitchell with another hit. 230 of Steve Moss is really trying to get that car back into contention, but it's not helping. The 211 car with another hit. Derek Mitchell lays down the law. Fire, smoke, and action on the racetrack as they continue to pound each other into the concrete barriers. Still a lot of action out there as they continue to do damage. Hildebrand still in competition along with the number 219 of Bob Johnson. The 204 car of Dennis Clemens Jr. getting ready to line up a victim. Winding down the end of heat race number 2, and a solid shot that time by the 228 car. Aaron Bunce pushing Hildebrand into the barrier, and Bunce returns the favor. Hildebrand's car really beat up, and Moss back in competition lays a lick on Hildebrand. How about that Stephen Moss as he got out of the trouble sitting up against the barrier, and he's back into it. Oh, and Hildebrand getting pushed around by the 228 car. Aaron Bunce pushing Hildebrand into the barrier in the double 200. Matt Studley wedged in between two cars. Moss with another solid shot as he rams the side of the number 219 car. Bob Johnson stuck in the middle, and Moss gives him another shot as he's got him pinned in the middle. Keep your eyes on your favorite drivers as they continue to go at it down there hot and heavy. The number 200 getting sandwiched that time, Matt Studley. He's pinned up against the number 209 of Douglas England as they try and break free. Now Studley giving a quick shot to England in 209 as they both set up Hildebrand. They're going for him. Will they get him? Oh, little tap right there in the infield. Now the 228 car setting up Aaron Bunce. He's looking for a victim. He's got a stalled car in the way. He's going to have to pull it back out and line up one more time. Red flag is out, and that's the checker. That's the end of heat race number 2. How about a big hand
for all these drivers as they really did a
lot of hard hits out there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Green flag is out and we are smashing and crashing, and here comes the first hit. Boom! Big
shot for the number 326 car. Lawrence Lee Orlowski giving a solid hit to start it off, and now everybody into it. Bumping and banging going on everywhere you look. Beautiful race cars
getting destroyed before your very eyes. The 327 puts a shot in, and into the barrier he goes. Brad Booz in that teal number 327. Takes a little hit, lines it up to 301, gets a good lick. Todd Webb giving a solid shot in the bright fluorescent car. Now the 310 lining up. Rob Clark. Rick Clark gives a shot to the 306 car of Franklin Rundell. Lots of heavy hits over there, over in the corner as they continue to go at it. These guys are really giving it their all in heat race number 3. No holds barred demolition derby action coming at ya. Solid hit that time by the 302 of Darren Wenninger. He put on a big shot in the corner. Look out, the 331 gets a good tag shot. Barry Schlickman laying down the rubber and putting on the hits. The number 309 car that time of Brian Lechner giving a good hit. Big crunching sandwich over in the corner. Action everywhere you look. Cars on top of cars and banging into each other. And we need a red flag, gentlemen.
Red flag is out. Slow them down. Red flag.
That means stop, gentlemen. Slow them down on the brakes. Here we go. Green flag back out, and we're underway, and smashing and crashing continues. Big hit by the number 329 of Douglas Rowland as he laid the lumber down, and he gets tagged by the 327 of Brad Booz. Both cars continuing on. Smashing and banging going on all over the racetrack. The number 331 into it hot and heavy. That's Barry Schlickman over in the corner. He gets tangled up with the 303 of Mark Hayes. Fire-breathing machines down in the infield, beating each other into submission to make it into that feature event. Lots of good action all over the racetrack. Keep your eyes on your favorite car and root for your favorite driver as they continue to go at it. That 329 car continuing to do damage. Douglas Rowland hitting everybody in sight. He gets tagged, however, by the 310 of Rick Clark. Solid shot that time by the 327 of Brad Booz as he just shortened the car up 2 feet. Heavy hitting going on in heat race number 3, and they're really working hard. Tires popping and engine smoking as we stay under green flag. Crashing and banging everywhere you look.
The 328 car in contention. That's David
Ryder putting on the licks. Solid hit that time by the number 320 driven by David Schivener. Concrete barriers are flying and race cars are smashing as we stay under green. Solid hits everywhere you look on the racetrack. Action all over the race course. Cheer for your favorite driver as they continue to do damage. Everybody out there working hard towards that feature event. Here comes the 320. He's going to lay down a lick. Good solid shot by Shivener that time. And oh, the 318 car with a solid shot, Ryan Allen. He really laid it down, and now he's connected and broke away. Allen's still underway. These Heat 3 drivers really putting on a show as they continue to do damage to each other's race car out there. Hits all over the racetrack. The 331 still in contention. Barry Schlickman laying down a solid hit. Backwards and forwards, sideways they go as they continue to do damage to each other's fenders, doors, hoods, and trunks. And a 317 car laid down a good lick. Chuck Miller continuing underway with a lot of damage to his automobile. The 321 car with some serious damage. Richard Arnold. Not much left of the front or the rear of that vehicle, but he's still under power.
329 laying down some more hits as Douglas Rowland continues to do damage
out there. The pink-wheeled wonder going at it. .322 laying down a good hit. Keith Anderson putting in some damage to some of the vehicles as they continue to pound away at each other right here in the infield. Good, solid action. All drivers still working hard out there. They're down to the rims. They're down to the axle, but they're still putting on some solid licks. Oh, and 303 took a hard shot that time. Mark Hayes taking a lick in the front, but he's still going as we continue under green. Look at
the 329 car of Douglas Rowland.
He's hitting everybody on the racetrack. No car is safe with the 329 around. 307 car still under power. Carl LeBaron putting on some solid shots out there as he stays under power. 303 car damaged heavily but still running. Mark Dr. Doom Hayes. Big hit over on the number 326 car. Lawrence Orlowski just got tagged solid. The 300 car still under power. That's Tony Hiley. With the Red Wing on the back, he continues to hit, and big smack that time by Ryan Allen in 318. And then he comes back and catches a car on his way. That 329 car on a mission. Douglas Rowland continuing to do damage to every car on the racetrack. Now the 322 lining up for a big hit. Let's watch him. Keith Anderson. Anderson tags a car over in the corner, and he'll set his sights on the other side of the racetrack. Another big hit by Douglas Rowland as the 329 continues to pound away, trying to beat the competition up right here in the infield. Jason McCoyak still going at it hot and heavy in the corner.
The 318 breaks loose. Ryan
Allen looking for a victim. He's going to line somebody up. Who's it going to be? The 315 car continuing to do damage. Larry Isaac really pounding him out there as that black car continues to work hard. 329 showing a little smoke. Douglas Rowland starting to show smoke from under the hood, but he's not giving up as he's going to pound the 320 and he misses him. Close call that time. And rolling gets hit in the door by the number 306 car driven by Franklin Rundell. Traffic jam in the intersection as everybody trying to sandwich their way to victory. Time winding down in heat race number 3 as we continue to pour on the hits right in the infield. All cars still working towards that big feature event. And a 307 takes a good shot that time. Carl LeBaron putting his licks in on the competition. That 315 car's been hitting some people real hard down there. Larry Isaac Jr. continuing to work the black car to his perfection as we stay under green, smashing and crashing. .312 and 307 come together. Ron Behem and Carl LeBaron making contact, and oh, the 300 gets sandwiched. Toby Hiley getting hit hard.
He's back underway, and we continue to pound away.
.308 car laying in a few good shots. Ryan Songaliski really putting the damage down now as the 306 lines up. Franklin Rundell looking for a victim. Flames breathing out of the pipes, and here he goes. Solid shot with a little bit of help from the 315 of Larry Isaac. And the 329 of Douglas Rowland right back into it again. This time he gets a few shots taken at him. Fire breathing out of the hood of the 306 car of Franklin Rundell as he continues to go to work. Now the 318 car back at it. Ryan Allen looking for a victim, and he missed it.
And we got a fire, and we're going to go to red flag.
As the flames breathing out of the 306 car of Franklin Rundell. Red flag is out. Everybody slow down, gentlemen, on the brakes. And we're underway. Winding down heat race number 3. Some heavily damaged vehicles out there, but they continue to go at it. Who's gonna be your 4 finalists? We'll find out shortly as everybody's still hitting hard. Big hit by Toby Hiley as he really put a lick on the 312 of Ron Behem. Hiley sets him up again. Here he comes. He's gonna put down another shot. Oh, look out! Big hit on the number 320 of David Schivener. Smoke and flames action on the racetrack as we continue to pound away. Getting down to our last few cars in a 320.
Douglas Rowland really
taking a beating out there, but he's still underway as the pink-wheeled automobile about ready to do some more damage. Now the 308 lines up next to him. Is it going to be a double hit? We'll watch as Ryan Songaleski is right with him. 2 for the price of 1 as they go after the number 304 of Wayne Clemens. The 320 car getting in the action. David Schivener giving another shot. Aerodynamics all but gone on the 320 car as he continues to work hard out in the infield. Winding down, heat race number 3. We'll see who our finishers are going to be here before long as they continue to pound away at each other in the infield. Root for your favorite driver as the time is winding down, and it's time to see who's going to advance and who's going to go home. 332 takes one in the side. Jason McGoyak gets hit pretty good. We continue to work hard down there. The 307 car. Carl LeBaron still working hard. Another hit by the 320 car. David Schimmer really putting on the licks. Looks like our number 329 of Douglas Rowland's in trouble. Black smoke coming out of the underneath of the hood. Not a good sign. 332, Jason McCoyak, another solid hit. There's a 307 car. Carl LeBaron lines him up. Here he comes. Oh, he's going to play cat and mouse and get him from the backside. Chasing each other around in the infield now. Time is winding down. We're about to see the checkered flag. He's still got a few out there running strong. Toby Hiley in the 300 continuing to do damage. Here comes Toby. A solid whack on the 308 and Rowland back in the mix. Douglas Rowland back into it. He got that car fired up and he's back underway.
Looking at 318, shot in the door. Ryan Allen takes the hit.
Big hit on the number 315 that time as he took a pounding. Larry Isaac Jr. still working down there looking for victims. Red flag is out. Slow him down, gentlemen. Red flag is out. We'll stop him right here. And that's going to conclude heat race number 3. How about a nice hand for our drivers? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Green flag, and here we go. Smashing in heat race number 4. Drivers meeting at center rink as everybody continues to smash on. Pretty painted automobiles going to waste as they rough them up down in the infield. 422 starting to hit hard. Greg Jers putting the wood to some of these drivers as the 433 running strong down there. Jeff Doms through the infield looking for a victim. Big hit that time by the 404 of Brad Lucas. Keep your eyes on the 427 car of Mike McCoy as he lays down a couple hard shots. And the 433 of Jeff Doms puts another hit in. Solid smash that time by the 409 car of Matt Rape as he puts it to him. 411 sandwiched in there. Jerry Perry nowhere to go as he gets hit by a couple cars. Bumping and banging all over the racetrack as we hit them hard. Hit them in the front, hit them in the back. They continue to go at it. 429 gets tagged by a couple drivers that time. One of them, Mike McCoy, puts the hit on the 429 car. .423 still in action with the tires bouncing. It's Mark Roberts. Oh, and a 412 with a big hit. Benny Barrow took a solid shot that time to the front of his automobile. 421 looking for somebody to hit. Murray Moss out there in the pink 421 putting it to the boys. Lots of bumping and banging in the infield as they continue to pound away. .419 with a solid shot, Jay Anderson. And Marie Moss in the 421 takes another hit. Now the 424 lining up for a shot, David Askey. He's going to get sandwiched in the infield. 427 with a big hit over in the corner, Mike McCoy. Going to work on the 433 of Jeff Doms. Bouncing around is the number 421 of Marie Moss, and she's wedged between two cars. Smoke and fire breathing out of the hoods of these automobiles as they continue to go to work. 412 car getting in position. Benny Barrow looking for another one to hit. He lines up the 418 and then decides against it. Big hit over in the corner. The 423 car starting to smoke heavily underneath. That's Mark Roberts. Overheating as the car continues to take a beating. Oh, and the 415 roughing him up down there. Paul Petro. Hard licked by the 415, the red automobile. And Petro with another solid bang. Marie Moss takes one in the door and keeps going. The pink 421 still under power. Big hit that time by the 405 of Steve Manciocci. And it looks like Manciocci may be in trouble. Smoke pouring out of the hood. The 412 breaks free. That's Benny Barrow going to look for victims. 429 car going to work hard. John Marley putting some damage on some of his competitors. Solid action in heat race number 4 as they are really laying it to each other. That's the 418 car of Glenn Cisco as he creams into 415 of Paul Petro. Look out, Petro gets it in the corner.
Marie Moss getting tagged in the door, and now she's hooked together with the number
407 car. That's James Malloy. They are stuck together front to tail. The 425 car right here in the front has got some rear bumper right in his face. We'll keep an eye on that for you. That's Emily Waller. She's got a car in the driver's door, more or less. Gotta be a scary sight down there for Emily as now she's gonna breathe a little tire smoke. We are gonna go red flag as we've got a problem down here in the front stretch. Slow them down, boys. Red flag is out. Time to stop hitting for the moment. Here we go. We're back underway. Everybody allowed to hit again. Our ladies, Marie Moss and Emily Waller, still under power. Let's see what happens to those two girls as they continue on.
Steve
Manciocci continuing to go to work in 405 as he lays a lick on the 422 of Gregory Jers. 408 car breaks free and ready to do damage. Dwayne Glassbergen taking a look at who he's going to hit first. Oh, and 429 with a big bang that time. John Markley, solid hit for 429, and he's going to go to work again, but he's going to get tagged. Look out! The 409 car with a heavy hit. Matt Rape. Yeah, look out, and he returns the favor. Marley getting back into Matt Rape, and he's going to do it one more time for good measure. Here he goes. Oh, front end damage to the 409. That 429 car going to work. John Marley continuing to do damage to his fellow competitors. Look at that 409 car really beating up on the front end, and you wonder how it's running, and he's still out there putting on the pressure to the rest of the competition. Matt Rape really working hard in 409, and oh, Marie Moss took a hit. The 429 of John Marley trying to claim her as a victim. Marie in the pink 421 still under power. Emily Waller still doing damage in 425, but the guy on the move is a 429 of John Marley. Look out! Sparks are flying and 429's out of control. Here he goes. He might try for a front end shot. He's going to get tagged by the 408. Dwayne Glassbergen getting into Marley, and Marley is wedged under a car. 424 smoking, but still doing damage. David Askey, the orange 424, going to work. Look at the damage on these race cars, and they are still out there hitting each other as hard as they can. 428 has absolutely no rear end left. Pete Pollock still out there hitting them hard. 413 with a lot of damage. Matthew Michaels going to work. .408 car, Dwayne Glassbergen, he's looking for somebody to get into. Lots of action still all over the racetrack as now 404 gets back into it. Solid shot for Brad Lucas. He really put a hard lick on Matt Rape in 409, and that might have took care of both cars at one time. 422 has a ball joint gone. He's down to 3.5 wheels. Still out there giving it his all. Gregory Jers, he's going to take a hit. Look out. Big hit in the right front corner. Here comes the 414 of Chad Atkins. He's looking to put a few cars out of the way. Now the 419 gets a good shot in. It's Jay Anderson. He's backing up and looking for somebody. Oh, he gets into the 408 car. Hard shot to Dwayne Glassbergen. 429 continuing to damage vehicles. John Marley really beating them up. Time winding down in heat race number 4, and they continue to pound each other into the concrete barriers. 413 with another shot, Matthew Michaels. He gets tagged by the 412 car of Benny Barrow. Not a lot of straight sheet metal left on these automobiles as they are really hitting each other hard in heat race 4. Here comes the 424 car lining up David Askey. Who's he going to get? He's going to get tagged by 412 of Benny Barrow. And the officials run for cover as these guys really going at it hard. Flames coming out of the hood, smoke coming out from underneath the engine, and everybody's still hitting hard. What a shot by the 414 car that time. Chad Atkins with a big lick. The 413 car laying it down. Matthew Michaels with a solid hit. The 421 car still going strong. That's Marie Moss. She's taking a beating down there, but still underway. .412 lining up. That's Benny Barrow. Who's he going to go after? We're going to find out as he gets set to do some more crunching. 428 over in the corner, still under power. That's Pete Pollock. Pollock with no rear end left on the car, but he can still drive it. And he's going to get tagged. Oh, look out, a baby tap there by the 408 car. Dwayne Glassbergen setting his sights, and he's going to get spun around by the 424. David Askin, he gets tagged as we make him 3 deep over here. Oh, big hit. 401 of Jason Goff. Pushing that Impala to its limits as he continues to hit hard. Well, it looks like 414's day may be over as he's throwing the smoke out of the hood. That's Chad Atkins, put on some solid licks. No mosquitoes under the hood of that car. Looks like we might have a fire. We do. We got a fire on 2 cars. 414 and 428 are both on fire. We need the safety crews down there. 414 and 428. He's out of the car, but a nice hand for the driver of the 414, Chad Atkins. And here we go, back underway. Everybody hit. Time running out here on these drivers. Oh, look out. 419 with a big hit. Jay Anderson. Solid shot into the 407 car driven by James Malloy. Now Anderson, oh, big hit over in the other side. Anderson going to work in 419. Well, looks like the 407 car overheating now. That's James Malloy having some problems down there in the infield. 408, however, still under power. Dwayne Glassbergen going to work down in the infield along with the 419 of Jay Anderson. The 409 of Matt Rape still under power, and the 418 car of Glenn Cisco. Cisco taking a look. Is he going to do it? He'll take a little bit of side metal off there. And they go after the 424 of David Askey. And that's it. Checkered flag is out. We've got our 6 finalists. How about a nice hand for heat race number 4? Looks like a green flag. Whoa, meltdown smashing into Greg Stryker. Newspapers flying into the corner. We got 99.5 getting ready. K-Rock slamming into the Bear. Looks like Meltdown setting up to slam Millen. As we got the Bearmobile backing up to slam Meltdown. Slam! Straight on shot to the radiator on Meltdown. Got K-Rock banging right into that Make-A-Wish car. All right, somebody get that newspaper guy now. Oh, smash! Millen, just terrible radiator shot right in by the Detroit newspapers. He got the Bearmobile about to take it right in the radiator.
Looks like Millen from K-Rock's getting ready to do something here, pulling on up to the Make-A-Wish car. No, gonna get out of that. Oh, T-Bone. The Rip, T-boned by K-Rock. It looks like a duel between Rip and K-Rock right now. You got the
Bear, radiator shot on the Riff, and then smashed and turned by the Make-A-Wish car. Right now, 99.5 gonna get the Make-A-Wish.
Looks like Greg Stryker's got a flat front tire. Meltdown getting ready to slam. Oh! Millen trying to get back in the circle here. Looks like the Detroit newspapers are about to make a run on the Bear. Looks like the Bear's going to get the newspapers instead. Slam. Looks like Millen's going after Meltdown. Meltdown stuck. Millen's going to nail him. YCD just getting sandwiched here. Red flag. Got a red flag. Millen, red flag. Green flag. Car's back in action. Looks like 99.5's going after the Bear. 1027 the Bear heading after the Simpson mobile. He slams him. Meltdown still going after K-Rock. K-Rock now going to get Meltdown. Oh, slammed by the Bear. Meltdown taking it from the Bear. Looks like Meltdown's getting ready to do something else. You got 97 K-Rock. Well, somebody just lost a tire. And that would be Millen. Millen is missing his front tire now. Can he still go? We don't know. Looks like Meltdown's going to go get him now. Oh, out of the way just in time. Got the Detroit newspapers getting lined up to hit somebody here. Who's it going to be? K-Rock or the Rip? Looks like it's going to be Meltdown. All right, looks like the Bearmobile still trying to make it back in. Joe Archambault still trying to get back in with the Bearmobile. Right now it seems to be between K-Rock and Rip. Detroit newspapers getting lined up to slam the Rip. Oh, they're going down. Slammed him good. Here comes the Bearmobile. Slammed him again. Joe Archambault hot on Meltdown's tail right now in the Bearmobile. Looks like K-Rock and the Rip are locked together. Gonna get the slam by the newspapers. Slam! Meltdown making a run now to get away from the Bear and everybody else. Looks like K-Rock's gonna nail Meltdown. K-Rock's still hot on their trail. The Bearmobile going after the newspapers. Takes his back quarter. Meltdown getting lined up to go ahead and get the K-Rock mobile. Slams Jerry Millen. The Bearmobile about to get the news. Slam! Detroit newspapers lining up to take another slam on who knows who. Looks like it's going to be Young Country this time, or the Riff. There comes Meltdown breaking out, busting loose. Going to come back down and get who knows. Looks like he's going after the Bearmobile. Oh, the Bearmobile hit hard by Meltdown. Meltdown coming back to get the newspapers. Slams him. Looks like YCD's stuck there sandwiched between the Make-A-Wish and the Meltdown mobile. Meltdown going for the news. Gonna miss him. Joe Archambault still in it with the Bearmobile. The car does not have a rear end, but it's still going. Going after the Rip now. Gonna get him. No, goes after the news. Looks like the Bearmobile is now going to be coming after Meltdown. Meltdown just a sitting duck. Slams him. Now you got the Detroit News lining up to get somebody. It's either going to be the Bear or it's going to be the Riff. The only three left in the Derby at this time. Oh, a hard radiator shot to the Riff mobile. It's like the Bear's going to slam him. T-boned by the Bear. Meltdown trying to figure out who he's going to run into this time. Looks like the Bearmobile trying to get out of the way, and he's successful. Joe Archambault now going for a rear shot. There's not much left of these vehicles, but they're both very determined to stay in this. Looks like the Detroit Newsmobile just kind of stuck there right now. Is it between the Bear and the Rip? It looks like it. It's coming down to the two rack stations in Detroit. You got 101 the Rip headlocked right now with 102.7 the Bear. Meltdown going after Joe Archambault. Hot on his tail right now. He's out of the way. The bumpers are flying. Looks like Joe's going after Meltdown now. Is he going to get him? No, just in time, out of the way. Meltdown getting ready to go back at him, and Bear already on his tail. Looks like he's going to slam him. No, they're just going to dance for us for a minute. Slammed by the Bear. Looks like they might be locked together now. It's down to 101 the Riff and 102.7 the Bear. Now we're going to see who's got the stronger engine because they are stuck together, it looks like. All right, they've broken apart. The Bears slamming the Riff. The Riff getting back out. They're just going to dance for us for a minute again. Look at this. Meltdown getting ready to... And that is, I guess we're going to have to cheer for the winner. I guess that is the 15-minute time's up. All right, I guess we are going to do applause at this point. Two cars left out there running. 101 the Riffs with Meltdown and Joe Archambault with the WWBR Ted Nugent Mobile. Let's hear it for Meltdown from the Riff. Let's give it up for Joe Archambault for 102.7 the Bear. Both drivers, all drivers doing a commendable job, but these two staying in it just a bit longer than everybody else. Is Meltdown the winner? Looks like Meltdown from 101 the Riff is the winner. Let's hear it for Meltdown. Just a few more minutes, folks, until the final show you've all been waiting for. Stay in your seats. The feature event coming up shortly. And we will determine just who is the best demolition driver out of this crew of champions. I'm Mark Bradley from the Ted Nugent Morning Show on 102.7 The Bear, Detroit's classic rock that really rocks. Thanks a lot for coming out tonight, folks. Once again, let's hear it for Meltdown from the Riff.
And how about a nice hand for Mocha Mark Bradley calling the shots down there. Good job, Mocha Mark. Three, two, one, go! Underway and doing damage already, the 532 car. Kevin Bruning going to work in the purple People Eater as he's looking for a victim. And he's going to find one the hard way. The 507 car of Glenn Terry going to work down there as he really put on a good hit. Mike Gustafson into the 524 car of Derby Dan Harder. These drivers anxious to get at it, and they're going 2 and 3 at a time. Watch them as they go to work on each other's fronts, sides, and rears all at one time. The 522 car laying down a good hit. Rob Slusser, the orange machine, going to work. Now the 514 car getting ready, slamming Sammy Dargo. He takes one car out and he's going to look for more. Action all over the race course as they are really hitting hard in heat race number 5. Keep your eye on your favorite driver as they go to work on each other. Oh, and slamming Sammy Dargo collects a victim. It's the 511 car of Richard Hammer Huber. Now the 500 car of Tom Maracle going to work as he and the 511 come together. And oh, look out. Officials have to duck out of the way. Big time crunch over in the corner. 516 car working hard. That's Brad Whitford really doing some pounding. Solid action down in the infield as everybody hitting hard. Heavy hitting going on right now. And we've got a red flag, and we got to slow them down. Red flag is out, gentlemen. Slow them down on the brakes. Look out, everybody. Heads up. Heads up. We still got a couple out there thinking it's race time, and we're going to slow them down right now after one last little shot. We're back underway. Heat number 5. And they're going to go right to it. Nobody sitting down. Everybody on the gas. No brakes in the Derby as we go head-to-head, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, and fender-to-fender. Number 5 heat back underway, and the 14 of slamming Sammy Dargo going to work. That beautiful orange number 514, yellow, cream-colored, looks like the Butterscotch Mobile. He's going to work. Slamming Sammy Dargo really putting on the pressure as that 514 car hitting him hard. The 522 of Rob Slusser going to work as the orange mobile stuck, and he's just got broke free by the 512. Kenneth Miller give him a good shot. Now the 530 car. Mark Kowalski, he's looking for a victim, and he's got one. The 520 car just gets creamed in the side. That's Mitchell Poinklikowski. 522 car back into it. Rob Slusser breaks free. And now the 516's ready to go. Brad Whitford. And he's going to crush the front end. Oh, and the two rear ends slam together. 516 car all over the racetrack. That's Brad Whitford. He's really got the back axle spinning as he goes to work. Big hit that time by the number 518 of Don Tolan. .522 with another hit. That's Rob Slusser trying to knock a couple more cars out of the event. .530 car continuing to put the shots in. Mark Kowalski. Now he's going to go after .515. He catches him in the door. Billy Eisen taking one in the door, continuing to work. Oh, the .523 car getting a little bit shorter by the minute. Ted Lee Cooper down to a shorter wheelbase and a shorter body as they continue to pound on him. Wow, some heavy hits going on as they continue to beat each other into the concrete. Look at these guys go at it. They want to take each other out in the worst way, and they're going about it the right way. Forward and backwards, sideways to sideways. 510 car really putting on some good hits. James Radish. He's going to work down there as the 524 showing heavy signs of smoke. That's Derby Don Harder with a lot of smoke coming out from underneath the hood. We got an orange one and a yellow one coming together, and that yellow car up on two wheels and back down. And it looks like the Ladybug, the 505, may be in trouble. Jennifer Noon, that 505 car is really sandwiched in. .509 car continuing to hit hard. That's Ralph Murchie, the third. Yeah, he's got a lot of rear end damage, but the car still may be able to hit a few more times. Heavy banging and bumping all over the racetrack as Murchie just took a hard shot in the door. Oh, that 522 car continuing to work on his victims. Rob Slusser, he's really giving it all he's got. 519 still competing. That's Jeff Schmidt. The blue 519 still under power at 4 of the moment. And the 525 making his way around the racetrack. Jeremy Litcher still underway. The 533 of Dan Trent. He's going to take one in the backside and give a lick in the front. Smoke and fire coming out of these automobiles, and they continue to do damage to each other. Oh, and a 508 pinned up against the barrier now. That's the 508 car of Austin Rowland as he's in deep trouble. That 510 car of James Radich, he's really doing some damage out there, not only to himself, but to a lot of his competitors as he's really putting the heat on. Look at that.
Shot by Radich that time as he really
give a good one over in the corner. And the 500 making his way around the racetrack. Tom Markle continuing to put the heat on the competition. The 512 with a good sandwich shot. That was Kenneth Miller. Running over tires, running over bumpers. They continue to go at it. Oh, and a 515 with a solid shot to the front end. Billy Eisen still out there trying his best. Look at that 523 car, Ted Lee Cooper. Very short now from the way it started off, and he's still underway. Smoke bellowing out from underneath, continuing on. The 533 of Dan Trent still working hard down there too, but he's
gets a rear end shot.
And that spins him around a little, and the Ladybug back into it, the 505 of Jennifer Hune. Jennifer Noon just got ripped pretty good again, and that might put her out. We'll have to keep our eyes on 505. She tries to fire it up again. And there she goes. The Ladybug back into it. And we're going to go red flag for the moment. Red flag out to the field. Stop, gentlemen. Put your cars in park or in neutral and hang on. We're going to go red flag. Look out down there in the infield as the radiator hose lets go. back underway once again and slamming and banging.
Taking place right down
In front of you in the infield as we go back to Demo Derby heat number 5. A lot of flat tires, but they continue on. 512 laying down a solid shot. Kenneth Miller giving a good hit. Oh, look out, the 526 car that time. Michael Holmes with a big hit over there. .530 car trying to eliminate a few drivers. Mike Kowalski, and Kowalski puts on a good shot. The 522 of Rob Slusser continuing to do damage out there. That orange car is still working hard. 519 about on his last legs as he continues to try. Jeff Schmidt stuck in the corner. A lot of bent wheels, but he's going to give it a shot. Here we go. Look out. Who's going to hit who? Big hit that time by the 506 car. Jerry Perry Sr. giving it a good shot there as he keeps going to work on some of the competition, trying to put him out. He's going to get a little taste of his own medicine as he got hit that time by Tom Markle. Here comes Mark Kowalski in the 530 car. Let's see who he's going after, and it's going to be, oh, missed. Try him one more time, Mark. Kowalski looking for somebody to get into, and he's found him. He's chasing down the 526, trying to make a sandwich, and he gets into the back end of Michael Holmes. Kowalski now hitting the 519 of Jeff Schmidt. Oh, and Schmidt's got company. Look out, Schmidt has company in the 533 of Dan Trent. Red flag is out, and boy, you could see it coming. The 533 of Dan Trent way up on top of that car, and we go to red flag. Green is out, and we're back underway. Closing in on the end of heat number 5, and we still got some hard chargers out there. Dan Trent, he's been on top of cars, he's been through cars, he's been underneath them. Let's see if he can beat them up a little bit more and try and get in the feature event. .512 car still in the action. Kenneth Miller trying to get into that big feature event this evening. Take a look at some of the damaged machinery before you. The 510 car absolutely crunched from head to toe, but still running. James Radich really working hard out there. Can't imagine what's keeping that car running. Coming down near the end of heat race number 5, and we're going to see who it's going to be. Hard hitting going on all over the racetrack. Battle-scarred race cars all over the infield as they continue to work hard on each other. Checkered flag comes out. He raced number 5 now in the books. Three, 2, 1. Here we go! Green flag is out and we are underway. Race number 6. Oh, big hit! These guys aren't wasting any time as the 631 of Charles Ormsby really hitting them hard. Look at the action as Ant Stickley hits a good shot on Michael Decker. Big hit by the 616. Oh, another solid shot by the 628 of Brian Boyk. Oh, and Boyk another solid shot. Look at these boys go at it in He Race number 6, last chance to get in. Crashing and banging everywhere you look on the racetrack, and the cars are already showing signs of damage. Oh, big hit by the 620 car. That's Richard Haig Jr., and he's just hitting everybody he can. The 631 of Charles Ormsby going to work as some of the sheet metal falling off that automobile. Pick your favorite driver as they continue to hit hard. Everybody looking for someone to hit, and they're finding them down there. No room to go. Oh, and the 612 of Soren Colson just with a big hit. Oh, and that 603 with the hardest hit of the night, Steve Crash Bucknam Sr. What a hit he just made. Action everywhere you look on the racetrack. Flames coming out of the hood, smoke coming out from underneath, and they continue on. Unbelievable action in this 6-heat event as they are really going at it. Everybody's still giving it their all out there as they continue to go at it. The 630 car of Pete Smith lining up a victim. Lots of heavy hitting in Heat Race number 6, and they are not letting up. Into the barriers, around they go, bouncing off of each other, taking one car out at a time. The 629 getting into the barrier. Michael Nugent continuing to work. He tries to break free from the 612, and they are locked together. The bumpers are locked. 607 giving a little help over there as Brian Grills gives a big shot. Tire smoke and everything else you can imagine on the racetrack right now as they continue to go at it tooth and nail. Look at the 611 as Skip, Captain Crunch Scholler putting on a show. Cheer for your favorite driver as they are really working hard in Heat Race number 6. This is the last chance to get in, and they want to make it a good show. Big hit by the 629 that time. Michael Nugent putting it to him. And the 603 car showing big signs of smoke. Steve Crash Bucknam Sr. Lot of damage to that automobile. We got a red flag, gentlemen, on the brakes. Red flag, slow them down. Red flag. Watch the flag, man, and there it is. We're going back at it. Go, go. Fire-breathing demo derby cars continuing to work at each other down there on the racetrack. Many cars damaged, many still under power and continuing as we keep going at it. Heavily damaged vehicles down in the infield, but they don't care. They're going for $10,000 this evening.
And that's coming up in just a little while. We got to sort this one out and see who our last qualifying drivers
will be. Cheer for your favorite as we wind it down. .607 lining up a victim. He's going for it. And Brian Grills takes care of another customer as we continue to stay under the green flag. 618 really tore up bad. That's Timothy Paul. Now the rim is gone. He's in deep trouble now. Rim and the axle. That's going to about knock him out of competition as he has no drive on that car at all. And we go to red flag. Listen to these drivers as they're getting ready to go already. Anticipation is high. They want to get in the feature event, and now they got their chances. The green is back out. Organized mayhem in the infield as they continue to go to work on each other's machines, and not in a good way. They want to knock them out of competition. Serious demolition derby action going on right before your very eyes as they are working hard to get in the big main event. That's where all the money is. That's where the fame and glory is, and they are striving for that right now. Unbelievable the way these guys continue to take a beating and go right back for more. Halfway through the event, 6 heat is halfway done. And we've got a lot of cars still in competition. They're going to have to weed themselves out to get down to that final group. Who's it going to be? Cheer for your favorite as they continue to go at it tooth and nail. That 629 car over there really working hard. Michael Nugent, a lot of smoke. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to finish this one out as it looks pretty bad for that driver. Big time hitting and banging going on in the infield. Trying to work our way down to the final qualifiers for tonight's feature event. We'll find out who that's going to be shortly, as they are really going at it. .613 and .610 coming together in the corner. That's Dave Meyer and Rod Hankins going at it. Both cars continue underway. Smashing and banging will proceed until we have some finalists to go into the big one. Root for your favorite as we're getting closer to the end of heat race number 6. There goes a couple more tires. They can run on flats. They'll run on the rims if they have to. They need to get into the big one. Keep your eye on your favorite driver as they go to work, hammering away. Oh, and they start to climb on top of each other now, getting a little more anxious to get in. The 612 of Soren Colson really working hard, and he's going to line up a victim or two. Red flag is out. Gentlemen, red flag is out. Stop them now. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Good action down in the infield as they continue to work away at each other's bodies, trying to knock them out of the event. Nobody wanting out of the event as they continue to pound away at each other. Rock and roll going on down in the infield as heat number 6 continues on. The 612 doing some damage. Soren Colson over in the corner trying to take a few competitors out of the event. Now the 633 car getting ready. Diedrich Kingslover. And he gets his man, and we go to red flag again. Red flag is out. The officials are in position, and here we go. Big hit by the 612 of Soren Colson as he's really putting it to him out there. Keep your eye on the red and white 612 as he does damage. We're winding down near the end of heat race number 6. We've got some cars still out there running, and they want to qualify for the big main event. Let's see who it's going to be. Time has elapsed and the checkered flag is out, and now we'll sort out who those final 4 cars are going to be. Here's the lineup for the big feature event, $10,000 to the winner. In the number 101 out of Casco, Michigan, it's Ron Hodges. In the number 113 out of Clyde, Ohio, George Brandon. In 121 out of Lodi, Wisconsin, Douglas E. Pulsfuss. In the number 133 out of Salina, Ohio, Scott Zizelman. In 206 out of Bath, New York, it's Dan Snyder. And in 212 out of Yale, Michigan, Mike Edgerton. In the 228 out of Hemlock, New York, it's Aaron Bunce. In the number 230 out of Sterling Heights, Michigan, it's Steve Moss. In the number 269 out of Urbana, Ohio, it's Jim Hildebrand. In the 307 car out of Troopsburg, New York, Carl LeBaron. In 308 out of Monroe, Michigan, it's Ryan Songaleski. In the number 315 out of Hamilton, Ohio, Larry Isaac Jr. In the number 332 out of South Bend, Indiana, it's Jason McGowick. In the number 412 out of Overpeck, Ohio, it's Benny Barrow. In 418 out of El Dorado, Ohio, Glenn Cisco. 419 out of La Crescent, Minnesota, Jay Anderson. In 424 out of Portage, Wisconsin, it's David Askey. In 429 out of Malaga, Ohio, it's John Marley. In the number 500 out of Tynedonga Territory, Ontario, Canada, it's Tom Maracle. In the 506 out of Hamilton, Michigan, Jerry Perry Sr. In number 522 out of Toledo, Ohio, Rob Slusser. In 523 out of Whitehall, Michigan, it's Ted Lee Cooper. In 524 out of Oak Harbor, Ohio, Derby Dan Harder. In the 530 out of South Bend, Indiana, it's Mark Kowalski. In number 613 out of Zeeland, Michigan, David Meyer. In the 616 out of Wauseon, Ohio, it's Aaron Stickley. In 617 out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Rick Harrington. In number 630 out of Lodi, Wisconsin, it's Pete Schmidt. And in the 633 out of Hillsboro, Ohio, Dedrick Crash Kingsolver. It's time to count them down. We're going for $10,000 to the winner. And we do it from 5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we are underway. Mass mayhem once again as the best drivers in the United States and Canada go for $10,000 to the winner. And we're going to find out who that's going to be shortly as we start knocking cars out left and right. Keep your eyes on every car out there as one of them will be your champion. Smashing it, crashing all over the racetrack. Everybody giving it their all. Some heavy hits going on as we're going to try and find a winner here. action all over the racetrack as they continue to go at it. Not much left to a lot of these cars, but they continue on, striving towards that national championship. Who's it going to be? So many good drivers out there, and only one can take home the crown. We got a couple climbing on top of each other. Fires, smoking, all kinds of banging going on as we continue on in this feature event of the evening. Lots of heavy hitters out there. 29 of the best started it off. And we're going to get down to one champion. We got a lot of cars still running, so it's still anybody's race. And the red flag is out. Gentlemen, you need to stop them now. Red flag is out. Here we go. Let's count them down from 3, and we're going back to racing. 3, 2, 1, go! Green flag is out, and we're back underway. Slam bam action still continuing on as these guys give it their all, going for the big cash prize at the end of this evening. Last car running will be the winner. Who's it gonna be? We got them wedged in sideways over in the center of the racetrack. And they all separate and we continue on. Look at the damage on these race cars as they continue to go at it. $10,000 on the line to the national champion, and who's it gonna be? These cars look like they can't continue, and they keep going on and on. They continue to do battle out there. We're winding down, getting closer to the end of the event. One car must be remaining. Everybody else must be dead. And the smoke is filling the arena now as these cars start to hit each other even harder. Going closer and closer to that final checkered flag. Parts are flying and the drivers are still at it hard and heavy. Seven cars remain. We're down to the final seven. A lot of money on the line, and these boys continue to run for the championship. Looks like we may have lost number 523 as he sits tight. Red flag is out and we'll slow him down. Red flag is out, gentlemen. Time to come to a stop. Here we go. We'll count them down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go! Back at it again. Feature event time. We may only be down to 5 or 6 cars now as the 523 car looks to be out of the event. That's Ted Lee Cooper. We got a jam up at the intersection. It could take away a few drivers if they can't break free. Six cars remain. We are down to the final 6. Four cars running. We may now be down to 4. It looks like the 121 car may have dropped down. That's Doug Pulsfus. 106 just took a real solid lick, and what a tough break for him as he had been running a strong race, but he's still going. Red flag is out as fire on the 308 car, and that's going to slow him down for a minute. Ryan Songaleski with the fire under the hood. Here we go again from 3, 3, 2, 1, go. We're back underway once again. Only a few cars left moving now, and it's going to be a tough one to see who wins it. 5 cars remaining. 5 remaining. Lots of hitting going on now and lots of room to do it. Let's see what happens. Heavy banging going on as we're getting down near the end. 121's having a problem. It's Doug Pulsfuss not moving that car too well. He may be out of the event. And we have 3 cars remaining. The 106 of Jeff Lemmers. The 630 car of Pete Schmidt. And it looks like the 228 of Aaron Bunce has come alive. The 617 of Rick Harrington still running. Four cars remain. We're down to the final 4. Who's it going to be? Keep your eyes on these 4 runners as one of them has to be remaining when everybody else is done. Only 4 cars going, and they're starting to run pretty slow now. A lot of damage to all 4 vehicles, and they're going to try and eliminate each other with a big hit. Solid hit that time as the 106 took a hard shot. And he's got trouble starting it up now. We may be down to 3. .106 of Jeff Lemmers having some problems trying to restart it. Wow, look at the front end of 228, completely torn apart. The 106 of Jeff Lemmers now out of the event. And it looks like 228, Aaron Bunce may be done. We might be down to our final 2. It's the 630 of Pete Schmidt and the 617 of Rick Harrington. The cat and mouse game going on now. Who's it going to be? Uh-oh, the 106 of Jeff Lemmers may have fired back up. And the 228 comes back to life. Aaron Bunce and all 4 back at it. Once again, the 228 stalling out there. Aaron Bunce having a problem and not able to move. One more solid hit for good measure, putting him towards the cone. Looks like 3 cars may be remaining as Lemmers, the 617 of Harrington, and the 630 of Schmidt, the only remaining running cars. Watch the strategy now as they go back and forth, trying to position for that one killer hit. Lemmers is looking for it. He's going to try. He gives a good shot. They're looking for action, and it might be Lemmers in trouble now in 106 as they push him away. Red flag is going to come out. Red is out. Pete Schmidt in 630. Rick Harrington in 617. This is it. They're lined up end to end, ready to go. One hit could do it. Who's it going to be? And we're going to turn them loose here in just a second. Starter has the green. He is ready. On a count of three, they're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go! This is it, the big hit to win all the money. Watch them in center court. Boom! Good hit. Now, can either one continue? Positioning, trying to get back in it. .617 and 630. It looks like we may have a winner here. Let's watch. Rick Harrington at 617. It's not over yet. Can the 630 of Pete Schmidt continue? He's dropped the drive shaft. Your winner, the 617 of Rick Harrington.
Wipe out.
Harrington came all the way from Oshkosh, Wisconsin tonight to be with us, and he got the job done. He is your champion. Your winner receives $10,000, the Gold Dent Championship ring, and the first place custom design handcraft trophy. And what a fantastic job he did. Congratulations to your winner.